All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the April 23rd Town Board meeting. If you'd all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Would the clerk please call roll?
Supervisor Dwyer?
Here.
Councilman Cole? Here. Councilman D'Angelo?
Here.
Councilman Mattingly?
Here.
Councilman Schuback?
Here.
Attorney Krolik?
Here.
And Police Chief Rader.
He's on the roll call. Look at that. What about Sam? What about Ben? What about Lieutenant? Come on. Second-class citizens. That's what you guys are. All right. We do have one proclamation, and that is a very special day is coming up for us, especially in the town of Warwick. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees, and whereas the holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, lower our heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of our business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Whereas the town of Warwick has been recognized as a tree city for 10 years in a row. Now therefore, I, Jesse Dwyer, Supervisor of the town of Warwick, do hereby proclaim April 24, 2026 as Arbor Day in the town of Warwick, New York, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Dated this day, the 23rd of April, Town Supervisor Jesse Dwyer. Okay. Moving on, I make a motion that we accept the regular meeting minutes for the April 9, 2026 meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I make a motion that we pay all audited bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence is listed as addendum number 2. Is there any board discussion or questions on the correspondence? Okay, we'll move right into reports of boards and department heads, beginning with Police Chief John Rader.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I have a brief report tonight for the board. On Tuesday, April 21st, the detective unit spoke with the Florida Seniors Group about scams targeting the elderly. We currently have several active investigations involving scams directed at our seniors, some of which involve significant financial losses. I want to thank the supervisor for the event that he hosted, Coffee with the Supervisor, and the department heads on April 14th. I had an opportunity to speak with several residents and hear their concerns. I felt the event was well attended and looking forward to the next one. That was a good couple of hours. We continue to monitor and enforce the traffic laws in and around the construction zones. Just this afternoon, I stopped a vehicle that passed myself and 3 other vehicles on Railroad Avenue in the village of Warwick, heading towards the flagger that was trying to control traffic on Oakland Avenue. We're doing our best, but basically this entire town is under construction right now. People have to allow more time, take the alternate routes, respect the neighborhoods that they're cutting through. Our officers are out there on these construction sites and around these neighborhoods every day, and we're doing our best to keep these construction workers safe and keep these projects moving. Finally, we will be participating in the Operation Clean Sweep this Friday in the village of Warwick in conjunction with the drug take-back event from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Each year, we collect over 100 pounds of unused or unwanted prescription medications. So we encourage anyone who has that to come to the event on Saturday, or we have a deposit box in the front of the station that's available 24 hours a day. That's all I have unless there's any questions from the board.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming to the coffee event. That was great. That's good. All right, DPW Commissioner Astorino. Good evening.
Okay, so we are out and about with our spring work. We did take all the plows and wings off the trucks. That is put away till next November, let's put it that way. We did culvert pipe on 154 Brady Road. We replaced that. Catch basin, we rebuilt the basin on 15 Overhill Lane. We are ditching roadsides and Glenmere home sites and Minturn Road. We were out daily with the sweeper. Potholes we're filling with hot mix daily. Excuse me. We did some Belgian block curb repair on Meadow Ridge. We worked for this week with the water department for 3 days. Excuse me, for 3 days down in Wickham Knolls. We had a really thin piece of copper that we've been fixing for, it's about 100 feet. It's like 4 times in the last 4 years. So we replaced that whole main. And the town parks are open. We are starting the mowing, maintaining those on a daily basis. And if you will, I just would like to make a comment. I know, Chief Rader, when you're on the other side of an event that affects your family, I would just like this board to know and the public to know the outstanding leadership from Chief Rader's department, the EMTs in this town. I can't say enough, Chief, on how your department acts. They go above and beyond. I know everybody says it's their job. No, they care. And just so everyone here knows, the Town of Warwick Police Department, the EMTs in this town are second to none. And that is coming from my heart. So thank you, and I just want to relay that to the board. Any questions?
Any questions for Ben? Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
We couldn't agree with you anymore. Recreation Director, Walter.
Thank you, Supervisor. So the pools up at Mountain Lake Park are looking great. I can actually go into the pool area now with a happy face on, so things are moving along. The wading pool, the gunite is in place, so it really looks like a pool. And we're working on now getting ready for the mechanicals to start being put together for the wading pool. So that project looks like it's going to be done on time for the pools to open for Memorial Day weekend. So again, just want to remind everyone to go get your passes for the pool. It's going to be a great summer. Swim lessons are full now completely, so if you still are interested in getting your child in swim lessons, you can send me an email. I am taking a waiting list. If I have enough to create new classes, I'll try to do that the best I can. We also have pickleball clinics happening in May, and those are now full as well. So it's great to see everybody out and about and being busy this spring. Some upcoming events at the park. Sustainable Warwick is having their native tree and shrub sale at Mountain Lake Park tomorrow from 4:30 to 7, and then Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Odyssey of the Minds is having their fundraiser music concert at the park as well on Saturday, and that starts as 1 p.m. It's a suggested donation of $10, and that goes towards fundraising for the teams that are making Worlds, and there were 3 teams that made Worlds this year, World Finals. And lastly, I have some fun news to share with you. We're going to have another new hiking trail at Mountain Lake Park, and it's a trail that is going to be kind of a magical, enchanted trail. It goes around the lake. It's about a mile long. It doesn't have a name quite yet. We're working on the name. But students from the Sanfordville Elementary School, grades 1 and 2, built a whole bunch of insect homes for the trail. So they're going to come out on May 12th, and they're actually going to hide their houses along the trail. And I think it's going to be a really lovely tradition, and it's just a great way to provide some housing for small animals within the forest, including insects that help support the forest. So this is one of their houses.
And they hide them?
Yeah.
Is the object to find them or not to find them?
The object is to find them. Okay. So the teachers are going to put some flags so that they're spaced throughout the trail. This was 60 students that worked on these houses, but There were 4 students that worked on a house as a team with a parent guiding them. It's all natural materials for the most part, but the teachers are going to put flags in the general area where the students should hide so that all the houses aren't in one area. So the thought is you walk through the trail and you kind of look for them and find them and see if there's any creatures living nearby.
Okay.
Silly bee.
I said it was fun. Thank you, that's it for my report.
Any questions for Sam?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam. Okay, we're gonna go right into board reports, beginning with Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, good evening. For the Warwick Valley Humane Society, the following. May 30th is the Weiner and Friends Fest at the Warwick Town Dog Park, to include contests, races, and a costume parade from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and is open to all breeds. Pre-registration is only $20 per family or $25 at the door. Use the Weiner and Friends button at wvhumane.org. June 6th is Get Ready to Rumble with a pro wrestling day from 12 noon to 4 p.m. at the Warwick Town Park. A wrestling match every 4 hours plus food trucks hosted by WTBQ Radio. Every donation is only $10 per person for the benefit. The Critical Care Fund for the injured and sick animals at the shelter. The pre-register at wvhumane.org using the Critical Care Fund PayPal button. And the last thing is kitten season has already arrived at Warwick Humane. Donations of canned pate-style kitten and adult cat food along with paper towels and bleach are needed and can be left at the shelter door. Well, that's all I have.
That's it? No marriages between cats and dogs?
No, not this
Okay.
week.
All right. Councilman Cole, your report, please.
Okay, thank you. We're getting good progress on the battery ordinance. I think we're going to have a draft for the committee to look at within the next few weeks, and then after reviewing it, we'll turn it over to the board for their review, and then it will be out for public review. And hopefully sometime this summer we can ratify it. Also, going to remind everybody again about Founder's Day at the Stonehouse Inn on County Route 1 at the intersection of 94 and Route 1 there in the corner there. Going to be some good reenactments. They're going to feature this year local families that had a history that played a part in the Revolutionary War. It's going to be about 6-8 families there. They're going to relay their accounts of what their families were up to during the Revolutionary War. It should be actually pretty interesting. It's pretty good. And I saw your schedule of events, and I saw that this Sunday at 9 o'clock at the Wickham Woodlands Manor, the baseball fields there, it's going to be the opening day for the Beautiful People, their baseball. And we went to a couple other events for the Little Leagues in the last couple weekends, and don't forget them. Go out and cheer them on. It's great to see. I remember all the fundraisers and all the things that they did to have that field. I think it's the only field of its type still on this side of the Hudson, and we're glad to have it in our town. So don't forget them. And I just learned a few days ago that we've been asked to participate in a event on June 6th with the West Point. There's going to be a couple people from West Point, and I don't have a lot of details on it. I think you got the flyer, I didn't. And
Buckeye sent it to me.
oh, he sent it to you, he
Yeah.
sent it to me. But they're going to have a Medal of Honor recipient, a few presentations there from West Point, June 6th at the Warwick VFW. So
Warwick American Legion.
Warwick American Legion, sorry. And so keep your eyes out for that in the future. It should be a very nice way, once again, to commemorate the 250th. That's
Russ,
all I have.
do you know the date for the Founders Day event?
Founders Day, I'm sorry, I had the date written down, I didn't tell you. It's May 17th from 12 to 4.
Thank you. All right, Councilman Mattingly, your report, please.
In the Village of Warwick, Operation Clean Sweep Specialty Programs will be held this Saturday, April 25th, from 9 to 1 p.m. in the Chase parking lot on South Street. Paper shredding, $7 a box suggested donation. Sneaker and rubber cleat collection by the Warwick Lions Club. Eyeglass and hearing aid collection by the Warwick Lions Club. Cell phone collection, National Coalition Against Domestic Violence will be collecting those. Coolest Recycling Drive, Sustainable Warwick, will be at 63 Public Works Road. Refrigerators, dehumidifiers, air conditioner units, and other units with refrigerant, courtesy of Sustainable Warwick and the Town of Warwick DPW. The Warwick Valley Chamber of Commerce will hold an espresso mixer at the Warwick Historical Society on Tuesday, April 28th from 8 to 10 a.m. at the A.W. Buckby Event Center at 2 Colonial Avenue. Free for members, $10 for non-members. The Florida Chamber will hold a Touch a Truck community event on Sunday, May 17th from 12 to 4 p.m. at Remy Plaza, 1751 Route 17A in Florida. Touch and explore a variety of trucks, vehicles. There'll be food trucks on site, face painting, music, and more. There's no cost to attend that event. For a full list of events at the Pine Island Chamber, visit pineislandny.com/events. In Greenwood Lake, the Greenwood Lake Little League Parade will be Saturday the 25th at 9 a.m. Lineup is behind the Chase Bank at 8:30 a.m. and it starts at 9 a.m. Parade down Windermere Avenue to the Elm and Lions Field. And I believe that's all I have.
Councilman Schuback, your report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just before this meeting, I had the honor to go to the Florida Chamber. They were honoring Mike Coleman. You know, Mike, if anyone doesn't know, Mike Coleman was a past fire chief. He's currently a fire commissioner, chairman, and he's just one of those guys that, you know, he does the senior barbecue, helps cooks the chicken. He's just always there for the community. So it was very nice to, you know, give a little support to the chamber and honor him. And also too, I know the police chief was talking about, you know, flaggers and everyone. The Village of Florida had an issue today where someone actually got out of the vehicle, started yelling at the flaggers. This is not going to help people. You know, it's not going to help anyone getting out and yelling at the flaggers to move traffic along. So please just have a little patience.
Wow. All right, thank you. Town Clerk Astorino.
Okay, we have a big proposal for U.S. stick flags for the grave markers for Memorial Day. The first is from the Flag Guys at $3,707.50. The second is from Freedom and Glory for $3,824.56. And the last is the Flag and Banner Company for $7,655.42. We also, the Town of Warwick is also seeking qualified residents interested in serving on the Architectural Review Board. The ARB plays a vital role in preserving and enhancing the character of our community by ensuring the building design and the land development promote property values, support appropriate growth, and protect the overall health, safety, and welfare of the town. Thoughtful design review helps prevent overdevelopment, poor site planning, and incompatible structures that can negatively impact neighborhoods. The board consists of 7 volunteer members appointed by the town board. Candidates should have experience or background in fields such as architecture, planning, land development, landscape architecture, or related professions. At least one member must be a licensed architect in New York State. If you have the expertise and an interest in shaping the future of Warwick's, please apply by sending a letter of interest and your resume to supervisor@townofwarwickny.gov. That's it.
Thank you. So, as Chief Rader mentioned before, there is road work at almost every square inch of Warwick at this point in time, or at least on the state roads. It's been pretty tough. The contractors are working as hard as they possibly can to get this work completed, but really it's such an enormous project that there are so many people that are affected by this traffic. I'll just go through a couple of highlights. The roundabout was supposed to be started by this time. There's currently a delay in that because there is a potential detour that may come of this roundabout. When originally they came up with the plan, they were going to keep that road open and basically divert into a one lane, but right now they're considering a possible detour. The Homestead Village box culvert replacement, that is a single lane situation, so you can go through there without hitting a detour, but it is gonna certainly take up some extra time, so plan accordingly. Another very big impact that we see on the horizon is on Galloway Road between Larry's Deli and basically the Country Club. That section is to be closed to local traffic only from June to September, and the reason they're gonna do that is because that's when school is out and they don't wanna have to divert school buses around local roads during that time. But that will be a full detour from June to September on Galloway Road between Larry's Deli and essentially the Country Club. We understand that is going to have an enormous impact on those local businesses, particularly Corwin Florist. So as we get more information on this, we'll share it with the public. You'll see a resolution tonight to schedule a public hearing for Community Development Block Grant Program. The Town of Warwick will be applying for $275,000 to the Orange County Community Development Block Grant Program for upgrading our bathroom facility at Mountain Lake Park to accommodate ADA compliance. And this is the bathroom facility that's located right next to the pickleball courts. So this will be a really great project for us to support those in need. It will add handicap accessible parking spots, handicap accessible bathrooms, and potentially have a very well-suited first aid station for the pickleball area, which we see has become a very active place within our town. It's certainly very active within the park. So we're gonna apply to community development. We'll also take interested applications. If anyone else is familiar with the Community Development Block Grant Program, they can certainly make proposals to the town board that would be considered as a grant application. So we will have a public hearing at our next meeting where we will consider applications for that program. The next Coffee with a Supervisor will take place on Tuesday, May 12th at Table 21 in Pine Island. That'll be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We did have our first one, and it was a great success. We had a lot of people come out to the event and had really good conversations with people I've never met. And what was really cool was having the department heads there where I could say, you know, if someone had a question about their tax assessment or their real estate assessment, they could go to our town assessor. She hates when you say tax assessor. It's a real estate assessment, it's not tax assessment. DPW was great. I know the chief was able to answer questions, but it was really good to have the department heads there and available to answer questions, because during the day at Town Hall, oftentimes the department heads are either busy, they're out in the field, they're doing various things. It's not as easy to get answers or find them at your convenience. So this was a really nice meeting and a great opportunity to put everybody together. Tonight you will also hear the town board scheduling a public hearing for our new law to ban door-to-door solicitation for profit. This is specifically geared toward for-profit door-to-door solicitation, including real estate developers and real estate agents and pretty much anyone that is trying to make a profit and go door-to-door. This also includes those solar people that are knocking on people's doors trying to sell solar. This does not stop the Boy Scouts from going door-to-door. It does not stop religious entities from going door-to-door. It does not stop political, unfortunately. Your politicians can still go door-to-door because those are constitutionally protected activities. So they will always be protected under the Constitution. What is not protected under the Constitution are people walking door-to-door asking you to sell your house. And those are the things that we want to curb within the town of Warwick and prevent. So the town will be offering a moratorium while we continue to draft a local law that establishes an outright ban on for-profit solicitation of door-to-door. We did submit 2 grant applications to the Orange County Open Space Fund this week. Thank you to our attorney, Bob Krahulik, for all of his hard work on putting those applications together. One is a 24-acre parcel located on Route 94 South. This is just north of Price Chopper, directly north of Price Chopper, a beautiful little open space parcel that the town is looking to buy outright for $100,000, and it will be an integral component to our multi-use trail that we're partnering with the Village of Warwick on. We want to create a multi-use trail, which is a bike trail, a hiking trail, walking trail, that connects the village of Warwick with the central shopping district out near Price Chopper and ShopRite. And this property on Route 94 South is a great piece that's right in the middle of this trail and will serve as a wonderful central park, a passive park for the entire town of Warwick. In addition, we also submitted an application for a 30-acre tree farm. And last week, as I mentioned we submitted a grant application to the New York State Open Space Fund in the amount of $3.5 million to acquire the 313-acre Warwick Conference Center lands. At this time, that concludes my report, and we will open it up to the floor on agenda items. If anyone has anything related to the agenda, there will be another point where they can speak about any topic they'd like. Are there any agenda item questions? Yes? Nope. Well, we are on the agenda to talk about agenda items. You're not on the agenda. Were you hoping to be on the agenda? Not on the agenda. Are you looking for the planning board? No. Okay. Nope, not on the agenda. But we'll get to your situation when we get to the public comment. All right, moving right into new business and resolutions.
Motion to appoint Aiden Nevin as a part-time seasonal laborer at a pay rate of $18.50 per hour, May 1st, 2026, pending Orange County approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution. Whereas the town of Warwick is applying for the Hudson River Greenway for a grant under the Hudson River Greenway McHenry Planning Grant Program for a project entitled Wickham Woodlands Master Plan located in the town of Warwick. Whereas the town of Warwick requests $20,000 and agrees to provide funding match or in-kind match for the amount of $20,000 equal to or greater than the amount requested. Now therefore it be resolved that the governing board of the town of Warwick does hereby approve and endorse the application for a grant under the Hudson River Greenway McHenry Planning Grant Program for a project known as Wickham Woodlands Park Master Plan and located within this community.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to promote DPW motor equipment operator Dale Rudy to heavy equipment operator grade 7 to step 21 at $42.90 per hour per the current CSEA contract effective May 2nd, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion authorizing the supervisor to execute a memorandum of agreement with the Orange County District Attorney's Office to formalize interagency cooperation between the Town of Warwick Police Department, the Orange County Drug Task Force, and the Hudson Valley Arson and Explosive Task Force.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
motion to appoint Bob Larson to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a term of 1 year to expire April 30, 2027.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of Phaeton Algie for the part-time dispatcher effective April 18th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept a bid proposal from the Flag Guys for the purchase of 2,966 United States flags, 12 by 18, with 30 by 3/8 stick grave marker flags with hemmed edge for Memorial Day in the amount not to exceed $3,707.50.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve dial bus 2018 Ford Bus 131, VIN number as follows, as a surplus vehicle that is no longer in use and to be donated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution, whereas the town of Warwick owns a dial-a-bus known as Bus 131, a 2018 Ford VIN number 1FDEE3FS6JDC 31024, which has been removed from service due to its age and condition. And whereas repairs to the bus would be cost prohibitive based on its age and condition, and is therefore surplus property of the town of Warwick. And whereas the town of Warwick Fire Department is in need of a bus and has requested our bus number 131. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Warwick Town Supervisor is hereby authorized to donate an old dial-a-bus, bus 131, a 2018 Ford, VIN number previously mentioned, to the Town of Warwick Fire Department, and is authorized to execute any and all documents necessary to transfer ownership and title to the Town of Warwick Fire Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the Town of Warwick Clean Streets Volunteer Operations Manual to promote participant safety, effective interdepartmental coordination, and consistent operations throughout the Town of Warwick's litter program.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint the following lifeguards and water safety director for the 2026 Mountain Lake Park Pool pending Department of Health and Orange County approval. Jason Fromeyer, senior lifeguard, at a rate of $18.50 per hour. Adam Hooper as lifeguard at a rate of $16 per hour. Vivian House as lifeguard for a rate of $16 per hour. Anastasia Kukansha at a water safety director at a rate of $20 per hour. Hudson Lopez, a lifeguard swim instructor, at a rate of $16 and $18 an hour. I guess that depends on whether he's an instructor or a swim instructor, lifeguard. Charles Phipps, senior guard swim instructor, at the rate of $18 per hour. Joseph Sansone, senior guard swim instructor, at a rate of $18 and $18.50 an hour. Sophia Sanzone is a lifeguard for $16 an hour, and Jillian Shaw as a lifeguard and swim instructor for $16.50 an hour and $18 an hour respectively.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve a special event permit for Blue Arrow Farm to host a line dancing competition on May 2nd, 2026 at 6 p.m.
Second.
A certificate of liability is on file in the clerk's office.
Sorry, second.
Eager.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Motion to
carried.
schedule a public hearing to consider projects to be submitted for the HUD funding through Orange County Community Development. Said public hearing to be held on May 14, 2026, at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall, 132 King Street, Warwick, New York, or as soon thereafter as matter may be heard.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of Michael P. Mazzella as a police dispatcher effective April 24, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to refund $250 to Tricia Tomaselli for canceled swim lessons at Mountain Lake Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to schedule a public hearing on the adoption of a proposed introductory law, number 1 of 2026, entitled The Town of Warwick Temporary Moratorium on the Acceptance and Processing of Applications for Peddler or Solicitor License, to be held on May 14, 2026, at 7 p.m. or soon thereafter. May the matter be heard at Town Hall, 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, 10990, and directing the town clerk to post and publish a notice of public hearing as required by law.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to amend Resolution R2026-83, accepting a proposal from ServiPro to the amount of $42,682.66 for water damage.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve the purchase of a custom barbecue and related supplies from Mike Coleman for $6,000 to support the annual senior barbecue.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, at this time, we will open it up to privilege of the floor on any general topic. Your light's on your phone. No, doesn't bother me. Do you want to be on the microphone, or you're good here? I don't care where you can stand there. It's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Sure, F-R-I-S-H-T-E-R-G. I have a card that's,
Okay, thank you.
and I'm from Fabricant in Fishburne. I thought we were on your agenda, but I guess I'm wrong. We had sent in a letter back in September 19, 2025, seeking to change the zoning for our client's property, which is located on Kings Highway client's been trying to could develop the property as an office, as an industrial property. There's no market for office space. So what he'd like to do is put a two-family house on this, but he can't do it because it's zoned wide. So we'd like to have it zoned more or less in conformance with the other properties around, which I believe is that Sanderson River. So in that regard, I thought we had submitted plans and applications, and Joe down here who has plans to show you. I don't know that this is
Yeah,
the appropriate form to do it, or?
No, not at the moment. So I did present that to the town board during our workshop, and everyone was in agreement that there was really no objection. So I believe it's in the town attorney's hands to continue moving this thing forward. But we took the first step of having the board review it and see if they were amenable to the change, and they seem to be. So we'll, maybe after this, you and Bob can get together and.
I can give you a further update.
Yeah.
So the board has taken action on the application. The board passed a resolution of its intent to declare itself lead agency. A notice was distributed to all interested agencies together with the EAF. I think we received acknowledgement from a couple of the agencies. The board has declared itself lead agency, I believe. I'm going to double check that. And Mr. Supervisor, at your convenience, I would recommend placing it on an agenda for a town board meeting for further consideration, and perhaps at that time to schedule it for a public hearing.
Okay. Yeah. So we're moving along.
All right, so then, from a process standpoint, we'll get notified when it's on the board, on your agenda?
So once
Yes.
we can do that, but once we've got a public hearing scheduled, we'll give you the form of notice.
Uh-huh,
You'll have to send that to all neighboring property owners,
okay,
submit proof of mailing by certified mail.
sure.
The town clerk will publish a notice in the newspaper, and we will conduct a public hearing.
Okay, then you'll give us the names of the property owners?
We will work on that.
Okay. Because I see there's a bunch of them, and when I'm looking at.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
There's quite a bit. So that's what I'm asking.
You can speak with the assessor, they might have a program that print all that out for you.
I think the same when they do a zoning application.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's fine.
Thank you very much.
All right. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So I see we have some members of the local Boy Scouts in attendance tonight. You know that the only way you get your civics merit badge is if you come up and ask a question. I'm just kidding. You don't really have to. But I will say, if you guys have any questions, now's your opportunity to ask them. Anything stick out tonight at the meeting that you found curious or you might want to know? I don't know if I have that power. You guys have any questions, any ideas, any thoughts? Brendan? Nothing? It's an exciting meeting, right? You guys can't wait to come back. You're going to come to every town board meeting, aren't you? I find that very hard to believe.
Are you shooting to be Eagle Scout someday? So you'll need some type of project to work on. The town has a lot of things that we could get you involved in, right?
Yeah.
We
Yep.
need more projects.
Sam Walter always loves coordinating.
Yeah.
There's a trail that leads into
Yeah,
there.
it's a lot of
That's
good
it.
opportunities.
Yep.
Maybe some more benches, you never know.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming tonight. We hope that you got something out of it and you saw what local government does and how we operate. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves tonight. Anyone else? Questions, comments? Nothing? Okay. Our next town board meeting will be Thursday, May 14, 2026 at 7 p.m., preceded by a 5:30 workshop. There will be a public hearing on the community development block grant as well as a public hearing on the moratorium for the solicitation law, and those will happen starting at 7 o'clock as well. At this time, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Have a good night, everybody, and thanks for coming.
It is.